Hey SK fans, Leonix here. I'm joined by Dodo after a phenomenal win. Great hooks. How do you feel about that win?
It was an okay game. I mean, it was average hooks. No.
No big deal. Was there any particular strategy coming into this game?
Yeah, we actually had to study harder because last week we went 0-2. We didn't want to do that again. So we actually studied and reviewed a lot of Coast games. The game before that we played them, we beat them before. So we went with that strategy, kind of the same strategy, and then it was pretty easy win.
What was Coast like in the bot lane? Mash and Sheep. Was there any kind of research against them, or you guys were confident going into that matchup?
I mean, we knew that our 2v2 wise, it's not that difficult, but we knew that Impaler likes to camp their 2v2 lane, so we kind of got greedy pushing them in, and we gave him first blood. But after that, we just played safe. We let Sushi and Cali make plays, other places, and it worked out.
Yeah, Sushi played out of his mind. I noticed that in voice comms. Are you kind of like the voice of the team when in terms of shot calling as a support, or is it somebody else?
Usually, Cali does the calls on initiating and getting a flank or something like that. But during the team fights, I usually call out targets and usually objectives wise, usually do the shot calling, and it's kind of split between two of us.
I know that teammate is looking kind of like in the mid of the pack and not actually at the bottom. What's some future expectations for teammate? Are you getting those circuit points up, or what's the goal?
I mean, at the start, after week 3, I think we are feeling pretty good. We are right in the middle. But after week 4, after we got 2-0, we weren't feeling that great, and now we're working way harder just to get to the top middle area. But right now we're shooting for playoffs, obviously. And I think if we work harder, I think we could get there.
What do you think about the Jarvan in the jungle and meta changes? They tell me Jarvan's broken. I know Porpoise played it, but what do you think?
Jarvan was always the same, but it didn't shine that much the seasons before. But now with all these changes in the jungle, I think the initiating, the tankiness, and the damage it does is really good right now. One of the top tiers right now.
Was it your decision to tell Maple, oh, we're gonna go Sivir? Or I noticed that you like I said, you're kind of like this. The one time that we went out to eat, actually, you kind of took charge and kind of ordered all of us. So does your personality in real life translate to how you work with Maple in the bot lane? Are you the demanding and in charge one?
Usually in TV2, yeah, I make the calls. But for pick wise, we just let Maple play what he wants. We ask him for every player. We just ask them what you want to play, and our coach says what you want to play, and we try to build a comp around it. And Maple wanted to play Sivir. He's pretty experienced with it, so he went with Sivir.
I know that a teammate is actually kind of different in terms of an organization. You all own a share. So that actually brings up a management question. What's that like? I know that coaches are now involved in the LCS. How's your coach fitting well with your management? Is there this? What is that team dynamic like?
Yeah, having equality in our team with the players and the owner and the coach and everything, it actually makes it really easy for us to meld together because we don't have to fear of our owner, and they can't really fire us or something like that. We're the owner of the team together, so it's actually more comfortable playing the game. We're not stressed out or anything, but that could work in a bad way, but in a good, I think it's working in a good way right now with the team, and our coach is pretty chill and stuff, so we don't get stressed out. That's good.
With equality being introduced in the team atmosphere and that aspect, how does that work if let's say you have a roster change or something like that in the next coming split, or is it, or if all five friends we're just gonna stick it out?
When we usually make a team change, we have a kind of rule of team voting. It's it's like a company. It's like we all have our shares, and we need to have like, I think it was like 75 or 80% of agreement and the votes. That includes like roster changes or like whatever that change, like sponsors, whatever. That, and it's a rule, and we all have to follow it, and we know about it. So when a roster change happens, people are gonna accept it if there's a vote of like 80%.
Will that like new person like get another percentage of the share of teammate?
No, if a roster swap happens, the old member will still have the share, and then the new member will just be an employee of the teammate.
Okay, so what's the goal for this split next split?
For this split, definitely try to become more solid as a team and try to be in the middle pack. Our goal is definitely to make playoffs next split, and we want to shoot for rolls definitely, and try to get better and better as a team.
Shout out to Puggins. I know that you guys actually cut a couple new sponsors, right?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to all our sponsors like Cyberpar PC, Corsair for like getting these new jerseys and stuff, and Freedom and all the other stuff, and our teammate fans.
Democracy and freedom, teammate. If you want more coverage just like this, be sure to check out SK Gaming. Like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, till next time, guys.